All right, guys, today we're learning synthetic division. Last week we did long division. Synthetic division is a shorter way to get the same answer. So we're going to do an example. Let's say I have x squared plus 3x minus 43 divided by x plus 8. This is the very first example in your packet. Okay, so let's go ahead and set up. This is the setup that we use. Inside, we're going to put the coefficients. So our first coefficient is a 1. The next one is a positive 3. The next one is a negative 43. And then we're going to do the opposite of this number. So we have a positive 8. So the opposite would be a negative 8. So we're going to put a negative 8 on the outside. You always do the opposite. So this is how you set up the problem. Now this is how you use synthetic division. Bring down this first coefficient. Everyone bring that down. Now we're going to multiply. We're going to multiply negative 8 times 1. That's negative 8. We put our answer right here. And we're going to add those together. So 3 plus a negative 8 is a negative 5. And we're going to repeat the process. So I'm going to multiply negative 8 times negative 5 is 40. You put your answer right there. And then we add these together. So negative 43 plus 40 is negative 3. Okay, now let's talk about how we write our answer. Notice what degree we started with. We started with a quadratic, this 2. We're going to go 1 degree below that. So our answer will look like this. We started off with the squared, so our answer will be linear, an x. So this part is your remainder. So you put that over x plus 8, what you divided by. And that's your answer. All right, this is our next example. We have this large polynomial being divided by c plus 4. So the way we set this up, we put all the coefficients up here. The first coefficient is a 1. The next one is a positive 9. Next is 13, negative 33, and then negative 16. And remember, whatever we're dividing by, we do the opposite. So what will we put on the outside? A negative 4. So this is how you set it up. And let's go through the process. You bring down the very first coefficient, and then we just multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add. So let's multiply negative 4 times 1. That's negative 4. And let's add these together. 9 plus a negative 4 is 5. And then we're going to multiply again. Negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. And then we add. 13 plus a negative 20 is a negative 7. Then we multiply and add again. Negative 4 times negative 7 is 28. We add these numbers together. Negative 33 plus 28 is negative 5. Multiply and add again. So negative 4 times negative 5 is 20. And then we add these two numbers. Negative 16 plus 20 is 4. So let's talk about how we will write our answer. You go 1 degree below what we started with. So we started with the 4th degree. We started with the 4th degree. That means we're going to go to a cubic, a 3rd degree. Okay? This is a positive 5, so just put a plus in front of it. This will be an x squared, then x. This is your constant. That means this is your remainder. So you put that over c plus 4. And that's your answer. Yep. You can use this for any type of polynomial division. Well, you can only if this is linear. If you have something like a squared here, you can't do this. But we're not going to give you any of those. Okay? Very other good observation. This coefficient will always be a 1 to do synthetic division. All right, guys, I'm going to give you one more example. We're going to do an example that has a missing term. Okay? So I'm going to do number 6 with you guys. This is 8x to the 4th minus 64x cubed plus 3x minus 28 divided by x minus 8. Okay, do you guys notice what the missing term is? Yes, it's missing the quadratic, x squared. It's missing that one, right? Okay, so how we set this up, we're still going to put the coefficients, 8, then negative 64. Since we are missing the x squared, put a 0 for the x squared term. And whatever other term you're missing, you need to put a 0 there. The next one is a 3. The next coefficient is a negative 28. And then you repeat the same process. What will I put out here, guys? 8. Good. It is always opposite of this number. So I'm going to put an 8 there. So let's start the process. Bring down the first coefficient and you multiply. 8 times 8 is 64. Then you add these together. Negative 64 plus 64 is 0. Repeat the process. 8 times 0 is 0. Add these together. 8 times 0 is 0. Add these together, you get 3. 8 times 3 is 24. Add these together, you get negative 4. All right, let's write our answer. We started off with a 4th degree polynomial. So our answer will be 1 less. So our answer will start off with the x cubed. This is the x squared term. This is the x term. 3 is your constant. Negative 4 is your remainder. So let's write this nice and pretty. It'll be 8x cubed plus 3 minus 4 over x minus 4. Okay? You can put little plus signs here if you want to. You can also write your answer like this. You don't really need the zeros. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Our divisor was x minus 8, so this should be an 8. Thank you for catching that. All right, any questions, guys? All right, so you guys can finish the complete packet. Y'all can complete the packet.